Audio Jungle.
Oh yeah! What do you get when you put four of the most opinionated grown-ass single men on one show? You get the Middle-Aged Still Single podcast! Let's meet the crew!
Audio Jungle.
Mitchell! Naseer!
Audio Jungle.
Nemo! Big Rob! Let's get it! All right, good evening. We are back here, middle-aged, still single. This is one-on-one number 2. Tonight, we have the man, the myth, the legend, the one that is Nas. What up, brother? How are you, man?
What up?
All right,
Good.
man. You ready to let the world get to know you a little bit, man?
Let's do it.
All right, got 20 questions for you. Let's get going. Question number 1. Nas, tell me about your childhood, man. Give me a brief synopsis of, what you were like as a kid, like how you grew up.
Man. Wow, you coming with the heavy hitters.
I'm coming, bro. I watched Oprah like twice today, man.
Okay. Yeah, man. Grew up single parent home, man. I mean, my father was present, but not in the home. So I was still heavily influenced by him. He didn't get ghost, but he wasn't in the home. So it's me and my mom and my siblings. And she had one thing that she told us every day, which was, do good. Do better than me. And I would come to her and I would ask her things when I was young because I was kind of a nerd. And she would have these little simple because she wasn't blessed enough to get formal education, but she knew that's what we needed. And so she always had these little sayings and stuff, and she always said, just do good and try hard, And so I was heavily influenced by my grandparents too. I spent a lot of time with them growing up. And so that's pretty much what it was. I wasn't like a athlete or anything like that. I was just a kid trying to figure it out. And eventually I did.
Okay. And you grew up in Dallas, Texas?
Grew up in Dallas, Texas, man. Oak Cliff, stand up. And yeah, man, went to an arts the Arts Magnet High School. It's called when I went, it was called the Arts Magnet High School. Now it's called the School for the Performing Arts. And we've had some really popular people come out of there, man. Erykah Badu, man, what's this brother name? He played jazz. He recently died. Man, there's a lot of brothers. A couple of jazz musicians to come out of there. Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians. The New Bohemians didn't come out of there, but Edie Brickell did. So I brother got some artistic skills too. So yeah.
Okay. So what was your art thing? Now you were a painter? Is that what you were doing?
No. Okay, so we went through all of what we call clusters, right? You go through, you figure out the one where your skill is the highest. My skill, I was a pretty good painter, but I was a better sculptor. So sculpting was really my thing. But I was also pretty good at using what we call Conte, which is a stick that's like paint, but it's not. That was my thing too, man. Got a lot of pictures of Bruce Lee, a lot of technical, like stuff I did, houses. I drafted houses and stuff like that. So a lot of that.
Oh, okay. So I know you're a proud Marine. Tell me about your military time, man.
Man, it was rough, but it was the best time of my life, man. I grew up. I was soft before I went in there. I can admit that. My brother told me that. He was right. Eric, what up, Easy? And he said, yo, that was when you was soft. He showed me a picture before I went into the Corps. And man, Marine Corps was everything for me, man. It made me, it toughened me up, man. It gave me courage, and it gave me a code. When people talk about the Marine Corps having a code, man, I still live by that same code. Honor, duty, respect. some other stuff about country, but we ain't gonna go there. Um, but you know, stuff like that. It really the Marine Corps is one of the things that nobody will ever be able to tell me anything negative about. I love the Marine
I
Corps.
got you. I got you. Yeah, you and I are the only veterans on the on the cast here on the of the crew. I was a Air Force veteran,
Oh, is
and
that right? Oh, the other two
yeah.
jokers didn't
The other
sign up.
two,
Huh?
the other
They
two's
didn't raise their
they're not
hand.
patriots, bro. Nah, they didn't raise it, bro.
Right.
All right, man. So next question, brother. Tell me about your early relationships, man, with women.
Man, I was a simp. I was a
Okay.
simp, man. I can admit it. I was raised by a woman, and I
Yeah.
thought, I was told to do simp things, and that's what I did. And I was taken advantage of by the women because that's what they do. The woman's nature is to do what they did to me. So I took it. And so I mean, it was a couple of the couple of the early ones, that I simped out for. Later in life, I flipped it and I became that other dude. You know, I became the guy who had girls knocking on the door and knocking on the bedroom window. What's up? You know, but it was after I realized that I was being taught wrong, and I still didn't really completely get it. But I think a part of it was my ego that was like, "Yo, you gonna take this?" You know. But I had some pretty good relationships later in life, but early it was just play. You know. When I did get around to getting good women, I was able. I've been pretty lucky to get some good ones.
So what a lot of people don't know about you is you went to law school. All right. Tell me why you chose to
I
go to law
did,
school, man, and
man.
like what made you want to become a lawyer, brother?
Man, I got beat up by the cops. I got jacked up by the cops, man. Me and my brothers. We were at a mall out in a small city outside of Dallas, suburb, and we had just watched the Cowboy game. They won, and so we was kind of hyped, And it was me. I was the oldest, and I had my brothers and their friends. One of the guys, he was a prankster, right? He pranked the security guard. The security guard didn't like it, so he called the cavalry on us, man. Just youngsters, right? And they beat the hell out of us, bro. And I got tired of it, so I started punching back. And my black ass was the only one that got put in jail. Well, me and the guy who did the pranks, but
Hmm.
all the other ones who was doing all the racket didn't go to jail. But I went to jail, man. And when I got out, the whole time I was in that jail cell, I promised myself because I didn't know what to do. I promised
Yeah, sure.
myself that I was going to know what to do next and how to, uh, you know, defend myself. And I had no college credits at that point. And I set a goal, man. I said, yo, I'm gonna be the Johnny Cochran of the South. Now it didn't turn out like that, but over the years, I've helped a lot of people, and I've helped myself get out of not get out of a lot of situations, but I've helped people through a lot of situations that I would not have been able to had I not gone to law school. But I went in because sick and tired of being sick and tired, bro. Just taking
I
it,
got
you know.
you. Yeah,
That's where I
I
went.
got you. All right. So on our podcast, man, I'm going to ask you a question, and then I'm going to give you a little bit of an interpretation here. So on our podcast, we got 4 different personalities, right? So
Right.
Nemo is he's the comic relief. Mitchell's the token white dude that we keep around just for safety. I'm the
Yeah, we gotta
sensible,
have it.
nice guy. What's your role, brother? What's your role in this podcast, man?
Yo, man, I'm the guy. I'm not gonna be politically correct. I'm gonna be respectful, but I'm just gonna give it straight. Um, I think Mitchell likes to do things prim and proper, you know, and you're just in general just a nice guy. And Nemo, he's still figuring it out. I think he just got off the boat. You know, he's still figuring things out. Me, but I've got a lot of life in my body, man, and I see things a little bit differently, and I can see things quickly too. And so, I'm gonna always be talking about the ladies. I'm gonna always be talking about empowering men and living life to the fullest, man. That's gonna be my role on here. I'm never going to be the guy that. I mean, I'm gonna be sensible. I do have legal background, so sometimes that'll show up.
Okay. Looking forward to it, man. So in a couple of weeks, we're gonna be going to Thailand. All right. I know I'm super excited. What are you looking forward to most on this trip to Thailand, brother?
Really, man. The biggest part, I'll echo Nemo, man. Really hanging out with you and him, and just three brothers, man. Three middle-aged brothers living life, man. And I want us to be able to get a lot of content that we can show brothers our age that you're not too old, man. You're at the perfect age actually to get if your thing is you're having problem with in the West with women, then the remedy to that is to go overseas because a middle-aged man is what all those women over there want. If that's your thing, if your thing is you just want to go somewhere where you feel respected as a man, and the white brothers and Hispanic brothers and Asian brothers too, but especially the black men because we we have a reputation in the States that is just not fair. I mean, it is perpetuated around the world. But when you go overseas, you do have an opportunity to show something else if that's what you are, if that's what you want. Now you still got your Pookies and Ray Rays getting passports and traveling, but you'll be able to tell those guys right away. But what I want to do is go overseas, man, have fun, possibly make some connections, some business connections, and set up some roots there, man, as a possible hub for future endeavors, man. Possibly live there, and create some great opportunities for us in the future.
Bro, listen, I mean, of the three of us that are actually making this trip, I'm the only one that's been there before, and I've been there. Shoot, at one point, I was going 3 times a year, man. So that's my spot, bro. I love that spot, man. All right, let's soften it up a little bit, brother. I know you're a movie fan.
Yeah.
What's your favorite romantic comedy, bro?
Yo, I thought you was gonna ask me that. 1 second. I'm gonna call you back. Sorry about that, bro.
Not a problem.
Man, what is that? What is that? That movie, man. It's got Tay Diggs and Lucy Liu. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah, it's recent too. Where their assistants set them up, right? I forget the name of it, but I know which one you're talking about.
If that's what you're talking about, that's it. That would be it. Yeah.
Romantic comedy. Okay.
He's a brother. He's got it together. He's got a nice job. He's not a Pookie or a Ray Ray, right? Mm-hmm. He's a brother like us. He's out there. He's doing his thing, and while he's doing his thing, life happens, right?
Yeah.
I love that.
And I think you just love anything with Lucy Liu in it too, right?
True that. True that.
All right. So, as the ladies band in our group, all right? Because sometimes sometimes I'm amazed that Nemo's ever even been with a woman. Sometimes when I watch him around women,
I question that myself. I'm gonna have to have a conversation with him on the side. We'll check it out and we'll find out.
Well, we're gonna see this time, yeah. So, but as the certified ladies man in the group right now, what's it gonna take for you to
Right?
settle down, man? To like just be with one woman. What's it gonna take for you?
Man, you coming with that fire. Okay.
Dude, I had a little too.
Um,
I had a little too much sleep. I had about 4 hours of sleep today, bro. I'm good. I'm rolling.
okay, okay. I had to cut that off. Um, man, I don't know, bro. Like, um, I would say the person would definitely have to be um kind of my intellectual equal, but also physically and emotionally well. Um, she would have to be secure physically because I don't need somebody that's like timid in the bedroom, man. You know that stuff your mama taught you. You got to throw that out unless she taught you well. You know,
Unless your mama was a hoe, huh?
but a lot
Your
of
mama
a lot
was
of
a hoe. We
women,
keep
man,
that, yeah.
they slip on that. They think that all they got to do is be there, be existing. Nah, man, you better come with it because there's some women out there they coming with it, right?
Oh, for real.
So she's got to have that. And I'm not the type of guy that's going to shy away from that. That's what I want, right? That's what I want. And it's not just what I want; it's what all men want. But some guys just won't say it. I'm gonna be the guy that's gonna say it. Uh, I want a woman that's gonna do what she has to do in the bedroom. She's intellectually my equal, but she's also emotionally intelligent. She knows when to shut the hell up, and she knows when to speak up. Because I'm not the type of guy that's gonna dominate my woman. We're partners, but at the same time, I still want. I'm not gonna be shy and say I don't want to take the lead. I want to take the lead. I'm the man. When it comes down to somebody kicking in that door, who's going to get it, me or her?
Yeah,
I got to protect. My job is to protect the family, so I should have a say, the final say in all decisions. If it's wrong, we fix it. But I want a woman that can understand that. But she's emotional intelligence is more important, I believe, than the sex and the her being like this intellectual go getter, right? Because if she's emotionally intelligent, she's going to understand everything she's got to do.
I agree. I agree. All right, man. Um, is there a concert? Is there a musical concert that you want to get to, brother? Something that somebody that's out there right now that gonna make a high priority to go see, bro? Anybody?
Nah, man. Michael Jackson's dead. Prince is dead. uh, man, who would be out there that I would want to see? Hmm. Man, I can't think of anybody. I can't think of anybody that I would pay money to go see right now. Not, I mean, maybe Jay Z, Beyonce, if they were doing a
Jay-Z?
show together. Maybe them, maybe Nas, but Nas is not going to do like a. He's uh, he's the opposite of Jay Z in terms of like doing things on a grand scale. In terms of performing, he's just about the art, you know.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but it would probably be those. Probably be it definitely be somebody in hip hop.
Okay, I got you. All right, man. So what do you want to accomplish with our podcast, man? Like what's your best case scenario as far as being able, you personally, what you want to accomplish with middle age still single?
Man, I want to enlighten the brothers our age, man. There's a lot of brothers our age that think they're old. You're not old, bro. You're just hitting your prime, you know. And they start looking at life like um, they're sliding down the negative side of the mountain too fast. And I want to show them that you can still be a cool dude, you can still travel, you can still look good, you can still smell good, you can still have a little bit of swagger. You can date fly women, you can leave the United States and travel. I want this podcast to be something that enlightens brothers our age, because I think that there are brothers our age out there doing podcasts, but they're not speaking directly to those guys. They're just uh, kind of making general content. And I think that our subject matter is going to speak directly to those brothers who are, um, trying to just meandering through life, man, because that's just what it is. But that's not just what it is. You know, I'm 52, man. I feel 32. Even if I got aches and pains, that wasn't there the night before. Guess what? I keep it moving, bro. And I want brothers, middle-aged brothers, man, to realize that people are looking to us. The younger guys, they might not be saying it because they think they're still stupid, but they still are. They're looking at us for guidance, man. And uh, the lessons that we've learned, they're gonna learn them. It's a different age. We're living in a digital, uh, online age, but the lessons are gonna come, man. They're gonna come the same way. And I think that we have to also be an influence to, if younger guys tune in, which I hope they do, they'll see that these guys are my pop's age, and they're still cool, and they're still knowledgeable, and they're giving back, because that's really what it's about for me, is to give back. I want to have fun on here, and I want to talk about things, because when you're talking to other brothers, you're getting intellectually, you sharpen your knives. Iron sharpen iron, man. And so that's what I want to do.
For sure. Gotcha. Hey, are you dating right now, man?
And I always got one in the chamber.
Okay. All right.
I got
Anything
a six
special?
shooter, but I always got one in the chamber.
Yeah.
You got to spin that bad boy every now and then. You get a different one roll around.
Yeah, be careful though. Sometimes you put that chamber to your head. That thing is lethal.
Nah, man, you know what you're doing when you know how to handle it. When you got experience, right? If you got that in the wrong hands, then you got a problem.
I gotcha. All right, man. Let's talk about bucket list, man. What's some of the things left on your bucket list, man? So as brothers, we at anybody our age, and we're the same age, 52. We're in the last half of our life, right? Mathematically, right? We're in the second half, right? What do you still want to accomplish before you take it on home, man?
I do want to have an impact on men and women as well, but women have a lot of support. But I do want to have impact. Before I get out of here, I want to have at least impacted one man and made him better. Whether that's teaching the guy to tie a tie, teaching him how to prepare his will, getting him ready for a presentation. I want to provide some type of value to people that will live on way after me. And so that's not kind of what I want to do. That's a part of what I want to do in terms of globally and what I'm adding to other people, right? But for myself, I just want ultimate peace. Like, I want to be at a place in my life where every day I get up, man. I mean, every day you get up, you're not going to feel your best. But I don't want to have things that I need to do. I want to get up and do what I want to do.
Sure.
And that will also free me up to do things for other people who have needs, right? Jay-Z has a line, man, I love it. He says, he has a line where he says, I want to make common sense, but common sense doesn't make money. So I got rich and gave back. To me, that's the win-win. And that's how I see it. I want to get my life together. And then everybody that I come in contact with, I can have a positive impact on their lives, whether I am directly impacting them or not. My influence, maybe it's a word I give them, but if I'm struggling, I can't help. I can't, it's hard to think about somebody else's problems when you got your own problems. And so I'm in a good place right now, man. I feel like I have some things to say, feel like I have some things that I can offer. So that's, you know, that's kind of what I want to do. And then you want to talk about just kind of like bucket list fun things. I want to see the world, man. I want to see. There's some places that I still haven't been. I haven't been to mainland Japan.
We're going, bro.
Going. It's on the list.
We're going, bro. This year.
Haven't been there, so that one right there will be like a big one for me right there. Seeing Japan, man. For 1,000 reasons, man. It's an old country. It's got that. It feels like a whole country of Marines, and what I mean by that is, so Marines move a certain way, right? They act a certain way. They follow the rules. Of course, you have a few people that don't, right? But there's a certain rules that Marines follow. And over there, man, it's one of the most peaceful places on earth because the people follow the rules. People call them robotic and stuff like that. And I know that they have some issues that cause people to commit suicide, but don't every country,
Dude,
I just love the culture.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know that there's too many more countries that commit suicide like we do in this country. So it's obnoxious.
Exactly.
It's obnoxious.
People like to bring it up.
Yeah, it's obnoxious for our people to insult another culture. Don't get me started, man. All right, bro.
Right.
So let me ask you a question, man. So where's Bruce Lee's hometown at, man? Where's his hometown?
It's a little small town outside of Hong Kong. It's not a big city though. I don't know exactly the name of the city. I should know that.
Maybe we'll get there, bro. How would you like to do that, man?
Man, I'd love to. I went to China in 2017, man, and got sick.
Okay.
And I had it all planned out, man. I was going to see the Great Wall, and I was going to spend 2 days just trying to, walk the same places Bruce Lee walked. And man, that's talking about bucket list. That's probably at the top of the bucket list right there.
Okay, so actually, it's funny, because my next question is about Bruce Lee. What's your favorite Bruce Lee movie, man?
Man, Enter the Dragon.
That's
Enter the Dragon and Fist of Fury. Both of those are my favorite, man. Yeah. Enter the Dragon was we were seeing him at his best. Game of Death.
Yeah. Oh,
okay. Game of Death.
Game of Death is probably my second favorite, but Enter the Dragon was special for sure.
Enter the Dragon was special, and it was his swan song, man. I mean, I imagine, as creative as he was, and as great of an artist as he was, that he would have created other great movies. But I think that one was like, I don't know, that movie, everything we see in action films comes out of that movie. Even when you see guys that are fighting, they almost want to do the battle cry he did, and some guys do it inadvertently. They do it. That's the impact that Bruce Lee had on Hollywood and the world, actually. And also MMA fighting. I think Bruce Lee was probably the first MMA fighter. Yeah, he was the man.
Tell me about your business, bro. I know you are putting together your own business. Tell me about that, man.
Man, which one? I'm putting together a business to to support the veterans. Putting together some tech businesses, where I can uh, do tech basically as an entrepreneur. And I'm also doing some consulting in banking with one of the major problems that's happening now that tech is getting more. The world is going more tech. Is there's more fraud in money transfers. So I'm going to be consulting with banks on how to protect themselves from malicious attacks, people trying to get guys' bank accounts, and also guys who are laundering large amounts of money from CD um, means. So those are the three, but the darling of all three of them really is helping the veterans, because I'm not going to make a lot of money doing that, but it doesn't matter because the vets need it, and everybody else is charging them. And people have a habit of saying, "Well, you got to pay for what you need." Absolutely, I agree with that in every other avenue except with the veterans.
I got you. I know that you have some kids, and now if you should get together with a younger woman, all right, are you open to having more kids?
Man, she'd have to be very convincing. I mean, I would have to know this is it, bro.
Yeah.
But honestly, I can't say that I'm opposed to it, because um, I mean, I think children are a gift to the people who want them. The people who don't want them, it's not. But I mean, I think that at this age, I would be a more stable presence, not just for the kid, but for the woman too, and for myself. I think I would be. I would think I would be ready now. What do I have? Am I physically going to be able to be chasing down a kid and all that kind of stuff? I don't know, but I mean, I'm feeling good right now. It would have to happen pretty soon.
Okay.
But short answer is, I'm not opposed to it.
Gotcha. So I know you've expressed some interest in colognes. I know there's something that you like to talk about, man. What are some of your favorite fragrances for men, brother?
Man, let's talk about the king, Creed Ventus, man. Like, I know people in the fragcom, man. They talk about, people get tired of hearing about, but people outside of the fragrance community have no idea what it is. But it's by a company called Creed, and they make a cologne called Aventus, and it's just a fantastic fragrance, man. And then they have another one called Green Irish Tweed, which was actually made specifically for John F. Kennedy. Uh, and when John F. Kennedy passed away, they put it on the market. And now, a lot of uh, uh, gentlemen wear Green Irish Tweed. Um, I've got a lot of compliments from mostly men on that one, though. Uh, but yeah, man. So Creed is my number one fragrance,
Great.
and there's a couple of other fragrance houses, man, that are pretty good too.
Now,
But I'll
question for you:
be
Is
I'll
Creed
be
is
introducing.
this
Go ahead.
is Creed expensive? Is it as far as like people are watching and want to know? Is it on the
Yeah,
higher
man.
end or what?
It's on the high end. It's on the high end. I mean, it's
Okay.
probably too. It's probably not. I'm not going to say it's not worth it, but if you want, like me, I have to have the real thing, right? But there are some uh, knockoff houses out there that make a fragrance that smells just like it. Um, but it's not Aventus though. It's not Creed. For me, it's not. I have to have the real thing. But it's a very expensive house. A
Okay.
bottle of Aventus will cost you about 400.
Wow. Okay.
But we're talking to middle aged men. And the thing about it is, if you are at this point and you can't afford a bottle of $400 cologne, you shouldn't buy it if you don't want to. But what I'm saying is, at this point, buying a $400 bottle of cologne if you want it shouldn't be a thing. If you don't want it, cool. Go to to Dillard's and get your bottle at whatever they got up in there. But if you want the real stuff, you gotta spend that money, man. That's another
Okay.
thing we're gonna be doing on this show too, man.
That's good. That's good. I'm looking
Introducing
forward to
people
that
to
too,
some
man, because
high
I'm
end
interested,
stuff.
man.
Show, man.
All right, so we've been to Colombia twice together. The last time it was four of us. We had a great time, man. What was your favorite moment in Colombia, brother? For the people that
Man, when
out
you and
there,
I
man.
shared a cigar, man, under a beautiful, clear Colombian sky, man, on top of you know, what was that place where we at, man? That was a really nice
Uh,
hotel.
that that was the GHL collection, bro.
There you go, right out there, man, by
Yeah,
the pool. Two black guys from different parts of the world who met up, you know, and we came back to this place where we met, man, and we sat down, man, and we had a moment, man. And we just thought about, man, what if life could be like this? And now we're friends and we're trying to build something together, man. We're gonna build something together because um, somehow we all came together and somehow we all kind of just get along, and that's just how things go sometimes. But that was my favorite moment, man.
that was a great moment, brother. That was smoking a cigar. I
Absolutely.
forgot we were drinking, but the night was beautiful. We had just done something. It was late at night, I think, and we had just hung out with some beautiful women. Life was really good, brother, at that point, man.
Man, it was lovely.
Life was good. Hey, and
It was
guess what?
lovely.
In 3 weeks, we'll be sharing some more
Back
moments,
at
bro.
it.
In Thailand.
Back at it.
That's it. That's it. I'm super, dude. I can't tell you how super excited I am for that. All right. So
Yeah,
same
me
thing.
too, bro.
I did something yesterday with Nemo. I want you to do the same thing for you, right? So I want you to do me a favor and close your eyes, and I want you to picture the perfect woman, right? Close your eyes. I'm gonna give you a second
Okay.
and visualize the perfect woman. Now I'm gonna ask you some specific questions. I want you to give me details, all right? So
All
get the
right.
perfect woman in your head right now. All right. Keep your eyes
Got
closed.
it. Got
All right,
it.
you ready? You got her in there?
Got it. Mm-hmm.
All right, man. How tall is she?
Man, 5'1" to got it. Oh, it's got to be one. Can't be a range, right?
No,
5'3".
5'3". All right. What is she wearing?
Man, a sundress with a big hat.
A sundress with a big hat. What color is the sundress, bro?
Man, it's got some yellow in it. It's got some white in it. Yeah, and it's kind of a sequence, kind of see through. You can see her silhouette underneath.
Okay. What's her hair look like, man?
Man, it's hmm, I would say it's kind of curly. Not kind of, it's curly,
Okay.
and it's
All
kind
right.
of
What's
pulled
what's
back
her
in a ponytail.
what's her nationality, man?
Man, she's multicultural.
Like which two, if you had to
She's
guess
got some.
by looking at it?
Oh, she's absolutely black and Asian, or black and Latino.
Asian. Okay. All
She's
right.
Blasian
All right.
or black and Latino. I
All
I
right.
I
In
I don't envision. Well, it's kind of weird, but her race is ambiguous, right?
okay.
Her look isn't, but her race is. Because I can go
I
with.
got
I'm not opposed to black, white, Asian, Latino. I like all women.
you. Okay. All right, man. You ready for the last question, brother? Last question of the night?
Let's do it. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
So you're 52, I'm 52. At age 60, describe to me what you want your life to be like, man. What do you want your life to be like when you hit 60? How do you envision that happening?
Man, I'm living somewhere, um, either off of a very large lake or off the ocean. And I get up whenever the hell I want to get up. And I don't imagine myself retiring. I imagine myself still working, but I'm not, I'm not, I'm not doing the work. I'm managing the work.
Sure.
And I'm having some delicious breakfast brought to me by a queen. And that's my life, man. That's my morning. But I still want to be a shot caller, man. I still want to be connected to the streets, doing deals. And, I'm going to die with a contract and a pen in my hand. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to retire in the traditional sense of that. I'm just not going to be tethered to anyone's desk or anything like that. At 60, that's what I'm going to be doing.
All right, brother. Hey, invite me over, bro, because I want to come over and see that, bro. I want your queen to, yeah,
Bro, I'm going to have an
help me with a
extra
little
one too.
breakfast too, bro. Okay.
Bro, hey, I told you, I always keep a couple in the chamber.
I got you, bro. I got you.
That's how you got to
Yeah,
live, bro.
So tonight we have learned about Mr. Nas. All right, brother. Thank you very much for spending the time. This is going to hit the hit YouTube in the next day or two. This is part 2 of a 4-part series. Get to know the men of middle age still single, brother. And
come check us
we will
out.
chat soon, man. Come check
All right,
us out
bro.
for sure. All right, brother. Talk to you later, man. Thank you, brother.
Peace.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.